So we are starting over. It might have been a little bit of a friggin' crash out or something. I just really felt like after seeing Dylan Cease and what I would have to do hitting it just wouldn't be fun. Like, I want a little bit of fun. Like, I understand, like, the best pitchers, you shouldn't be able to hit them as well. But that was just ridiculous, and I'm not good enough for that. I mean, so we have changed the settings to Legend instead of GOAT, and I'm fine with that. I've been playing on Legend for years, and honestly, I'm probably not even good enough for Legend, but I've been playing on Legend for years, so we will do that. Also, I decided to look and see if anyone has taken the time to do a better roster with more accurate ratings. I don't know if these ratings are accurate. However, I'm not loaded with pitchers in the 50s and 60s anymore. And I know the Rockies pitchers aren't the best, but they've been playing pretty well. Every single one of the Rockies pitchers is better than 60 overall. So we're leaving it there. We're going to try this roster out. We'll see how it does. We're going to play the first game here tonight, then I'm going to bed. But we're gonna see the difference. And I'm wondering now if Legend is going to feel so much easier now after playing 6 games on whatever difficulty, on GOAT difficulty. Oh, another thing too is this new roster actually gave Chris Bryant a halfway decent rating. So I've decided to move him up, and he's going to be on my roster. And no one can tell me to do otherwise. He's actually one of my better. I think he's one of my better offensive players now, or position players. So, I mean, he's not great. Like, they didn't give him an unfair rating, but I do believe making him a near 50 overall because he's been hurt. Like, I know he hasn't been great for the Rockies when he's been healthy, but he's not a 50 overall either. So I just think it's more fair. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, I only looked at the Rockies updates. So, but look, I mean, 65 Jaden Hill. It's nice to see. I mean, Pettit was freaking 55 overall. Ryan felt there was a 65 overall, and I mean, 64 or 74 is definitely more fair. Chris Bryant 70. I mean, he's not the best, but and I think Troy Johnson should probably be a little bit higher. Julian should probably be a bit higher. Now it's like Kyle Karras is probably a little too high, but I just looking at these numbers, they just seem more fair. So we're going with this. We're going to see how it does.
The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Colorado Rockies taking on the Miami Marlins. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Colorado Rockies looking like a team that could make some noise. It's a strong roster to start the year. Where do you think they stack up among the league's best?
Oh, Boog, they're definitely contenders, no doubt about that. Plenty of talent on this roster. Maybe not a juggernaut, but a good team. And I think they might need to patch some holes at some point, though.
Yeah, time will tell, of course, but I agree with you. They look like they're set up to play meaningful baseball all the way to game 162, maybe beyond. First pitch coming your way next.
Miami Marlins.
And getting the start for Miami, Eury Pérez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Okay, all set to
All right,
go.
let's go. Let's see how this goes.
Digging in for the Rockies. And a new season is officially underway.
I've actually got a little bit of buzz right now too, so I don't even know if I should be playing this, but
Swings through that one out in front that time. Pérez, a 6'8" righty, 220 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Waves at the bench.
but I'm back to striking out like crazy, so
Time to check out the Rockies lineup. A very athletic offensive group with speed spread throughout this offense.
Yeah, and it's so important that they have patient and quality at bats, because the key is to get on base. If they do that, then they can create a whole lot of havoc on the base paths, get runners around the score, and then that's going to get you some good pitches to hit as well. So a very athletic team, and we should be in for a treat in this one.
It's not the standard approach that we see in today's game, but it does work for them offensively. Strike two.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Just off the outside edge. Way inside. Stays alive.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Next pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball three. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Runner on at first with one gone. At the plate, Ezekiel Tovar. Fastball is outside. Lone Depot Park just underway here.
oh, I was way ahead of that. Good Lord.
Late that time, and it's strike two. Now quick throw to first, and he dives back in safely. Here's a 1-2.
No, no.
Straight after it, tried to hold up.
Thank you.
Now a look to first, and he held back according to Ricky Holiday. And ball four, two aboard.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
First and second, one out. Hunter Goodman getting ready to hit right through there for a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Breaking ball that kicks away off his mitt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Runners at first and second with one gone here on opening day.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And it's even up.
Was too far ahead of that. Yeah, wasn't that bad. Just that might be a strike.
Now
Yep.
look down to first.
I felt like I swung at that one.
Down he goes on strikes. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Chris Bryant.
All right, let's see how Chris Bryant fares here.
No, inside.
That was straight queso right there.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
Ball, that's out.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Stepping in, Jacob Marcy. Out to short, Tovar. Whips it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
I got to be honest, and we'll see how, we'll see if I get the energy. I'm hitting a wall.
Ball, that's down.
It's getting late here.
That one misses, and it's 2-0.
So it is possible.
To the right side. And 2 quick outs to the bottom of the first here tonight. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's going to be Heriberto Hernandez. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Out of here. A solo shot. His first homer of the year. So 2 down. Christopher Morel, the next up for the Marlins.
Hey. Ball, inside.
On the ground. That's out number 3. Miami strikes first on the solo homer. It's now 1-0. Back here in Miami, second inning set to go. Tyler Freeland digging in for the Rockies. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Spook, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both sides.
Ground ball left side to first, and quickly 1 away in the second.
Batting seventh, the right fielder, Jordan Beck.
Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Beck.
Ball, that's in.
He starts him with the fastball, and that's a pitch that's right in his wheelhouse. You need to be careful against him with that one.
Ball 2.
This one in the air center field. 2 away.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 3, Willie.
This is Willie Castro. Foul ball there. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-1.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Ripped, but it curls foul. In the air, left field, down the line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Caught him looking for the K. We played an inning and a half. It's 1.
I don't know. I think that might have been a ball. I almost challenged. I tried to challenge. That was a little late.
That one fouled off. The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Next offering is fouled back.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
That was pretty nasty.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
The 0-1. On a line. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 8,
Javier Sanoja, the next up for the Marlins. On the ground to third, and that'll do it. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Give me a second here.
And he swings through that one. Swings through that.
Just thought that was hanging a little bit more.
Good job to fight that one off. This one popped up. And it's a foul ball. High fly ball out to center field. Marcy in position, and there's one down.
Up next for Colorado, the center fielder.
So the Rockies lineup turns over. Brenton Doyle will hit next. He's 0 for 1. And there's a foul ball. The 0-1.
Ball inside.
Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. And the tying run is on base.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Next to hit, Mickey Moniak. And that drops in for a strike. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. The 0-2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Tovar in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Yeah, that's ball 2.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Runner takes off. cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So one hit is all they get. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Marlins 1 and the Rockies nothing. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. So a man on base to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Brings it in. Kyle Stowers now at the plate. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead somehow, create a little bit more time where maybe you can prevent that stolen base.
Zips it to first. He's out.
Up next for the Marlins, the right fielder, number 13.
Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins. This one in the air center field. And that is that. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. On to inning number 4. It's the Marlins 1 and the Rockies nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Well, these Rockies just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Check swing. He went. That's strike 1.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
That's a slider for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Off the plate inside. Full count now. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much
benefit
success
from no one really watching this.
I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Here's Chris Bryant now.
But I do think I'm going to call it here. It's just, I've hit a wall, and I'm barely paying attention anymore. This seems like a thing to get started tomorrow. I'm going to finish this inning. But
high fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. And that's a foul ball. The Rockies trailing by a run here on opening day.
Ball.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Second base, Tyler.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. 0 for 1 so far. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Fastball is outside. Swing and a ground ball.
All right. Yep, we're going to pick this up and start tomorrow. I just got to remember I got to do all the roster stuff again, I think. But we will catch you tomorrow.